V5200, which is the microphone that you would use in studio recordings for the violin. And what they've done is they base their microphones on the overtones and the undertones that the violin produces. So they've split the violin frequencies into three sort of sections. So first of all, you've got the fundamental tone, which is basically the height, ranging from the highest range or the highest note the violin gets right down to the very lowest note that the violin gets. Then you've got the primary overtone register, which is amplified by the soundboard, and that is very much dependent on the type of wood on the violin, the type of varnish used. Then you've got the secondary overtone register, which is the friction between the strings and the bow, and what that does is it picks up the movement of air molecules. So it's three main sections there that they've been working on for the frequencies for these microphones. Because it's a studio-based microphone, it's going to pick up everything. It's going to pick up the entire range of the violin. It's going to pick up all the outside noise as well. There's going to be no suppression on the microphone, as there was with the green one. The suppression just means that it isn't going to pick up anything outside of about a foot off the violin, so it isn't going to pick up any other instruments or the audience. This one will do that. However, if I was in a studio environment, you know, the doors would be closed, I'd have soundproofing on the walls, that kind of thing, so I don't have any worry about any sound obviously bleeding over. It comes with a silicone woven cable, which I think is really good because it really does limit the amount of noise, especially when you've got a cable banging against the violin for whatever reason. The little wedge that comes with it is just ingenious as well, because there's so many places you can tuck that into to make sure the cable is nice and secure. It's invisible to the audience as well. I think if I probably hadn't mentioned anything at the start of this video and you'd just gone straight into seeing the demonstrations, you probably wouldn't have even noticed that I had a microphone somewhere sitting on the violin, just because it's very small, it's black, it's dark, so unless you were really up close, it would be very hard to see the microphone as well, especially compared to the other one that I was using, where that is blatantly hooked over the violin, for example. They say that you can keep this on in the case as well, so obviously unlike this one, which I have to keep removing all the time, you can keep this on your violin wherever you like, under the tailpiece or the fingerboard, in your violin case, just obviously to wrap up the wire, but you can keep it in there. So thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all next time.